Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Heritage Christian Services Trivia. I hope you're looking forward to fun, facts, and friendly competition for a chance to earn some prizes tonight. During June, we celebrate Mission Month, as well as the anniversary of when we opened our first home on Jennifer Lane 41 years ago today.
Well said, Drew. And we can't forget that June is also the anniversary of when Heritage Christian Services began offering services in Buffalo. We celebrated the opening of the first home on Hoover Road last month, and we're looking forward to our anniversary celebration tomorrow at Goodrich Dam.
That's right, Chuck. It's a big month for Heritage Christian Services, and I'm so glad that you can join us. Please, everybody, leave a comment in the chat and tell us where you're tuning in from tonight. We already see the FI team, the Heritage Elite. We see Marisa. Thanks for joining us.
We also got the Jackson Jokers, Team Courageous, Shoecraft, Webster Road, Heritage Elite. We got an awesome team of the Finger Lakes FI team as well.
Awesome. So before we get started, let's just go over some key details. Yesterday, we sent an email to your Heritage Christian Services inbox with the link to the form where you'll submit all of your answers. If you don't have that handy, please scan the QR code or type in the link on the screen to join the game. It's also linked in the chat, and we'll be popping it in periodically in case you lose it. This form is where you'll submit all of your answers. Please have only one person submit for your team. Remember our agency value of integrity when filling out those forms. If Julie Owen is on, let me repeat that. Please remember our agency value of integrity when filling out the forms, which means after we share a correct answer, please don't go back and change it.
Yeah, Drew, and we'd love to see those thoughts in the chat. Throughout the event, tell us how you're feeling, anything on your heart, on your mind. But remember, don't put those answers in there because we won't be able to count them towards your score. If you have any questions or if you're having technical difficulties, please also put that in the chat and somebody will help you. Even if you didn't sign up in advance, you can use the link to submit your answers. There will be 5 rounds tonight, each with 4 questions. We'll put the questions and answers up on the screen, so make sure you pay attention.
Well, thank you, Chuck. You'll have 30 seconds to answer each question. All right, how are we feeling out there? Leave a thumbs up emoji in the chat if you're feeling good. Are you ready to rumble? Let's begin with round 1, all about community impact. Question 1, Heritage Christian Stables offers therapeutic horse riding sessions to children and adults. What part of a horse determines its age?
All right, lock in those answers and move on to the next question on your form. The correct answer is C. You can use a horse teeth to find its age, and the Heritage Christian Services Stables is in Webster, along with the Day Hab program and residential home.
Chuck, would you have known that one?
I would have known that one because we practiced yesterday. So yes, I would have known that.
Good for you. Question 2. The Peters Family Life Center offers aquatics, personal training, fitness classes, programs for older adults, and more. What is the recommended amount of physical activity for adults according to the World Health Organization? A, 30 minutes per day, B, 1 hour per week, C, 2.5 hours per week, or D, 5 hours per week?
Time to lock in your answers and hit next. The correct answer for question 2 is C, 2.5 hours per week. Did you know that as a Heritage Christian Services employee, you can access fitness discounts and virtual free classes?
Well, that is pretty cool. I could use a little bit of fitness discounts myself and just a little bit more time to get that 2.5 hours in. I hope all of you are doing a little bit better than I am in that area. Question 3. Which of the following is a program offered by Heritage Christian to help people with disabilities find employment opportunities? A, Career Compass, B, Employment Alliance, C, Job Pathways, and D, Work Forward.
All right, you know the drill. Lock in those answers. Hit next and on we go. B, the Employment Alliance brings new talent to businesses by matching people to employment opportunities.
What an awesome program that is. Question 4. What is Heritage Hollow? A, a community outreach program. B, a thrift store. C, a lakeside retreat in the Adirondacks. Or D, a residential suburb.
Let's lock in those answers for question 4. Heritage Hollow is C, a lakeside retreat in the Adirondacks operated by Heritage Christian Services. Staff members and people supported receive a discount on booking, and it's a great vacation spot.
And just to add, it is an accessible lakeside retreat, so it is open to all. So, Chuck, here's a great question, man. Balcony Point is our events venue at Springdale Farm. It hosts corporate events, parties, and weddings. What do you think is the largest wedding destination in the United States? And maybe, just maybe, this has got a little trick question to it. A, Las Vegas, B, Grand Canyon, C, New York City, or D, Disney World?
Close out round 1 by locking in those answers, selecting next, and moving on to the next page. The answer is A, Las Vegas, where over 100,000 weddings are held each year. Did you know that HCS employees get a 15% discount on booking at Balcony Point, located just 15 minutes from downtown Rochester?
All right, Chuck, now I got a question for you. So, speaking of events, do you recall the event that I busted out this totally tubular look?
Was it our retro rewind, or was it before?
Yeah,
That's what I'm talking about right there. Yeah.
All right, Chuck wins the prize. Well, everyone, that's the end of our first round. If you're just joining us, welcome. For those playing along, make sure you're on the screen that says round 2, wait for the hosts. How's everyone feeling so far? Chuck's going to add in a joke.
There's no jokes here. Just my participation right now is all I can give right now, Drew.
Oh,
And I
nice
almost answered
people.
the question when you said the largest destination spot. I was like, oops.
I see alumni on here. Elizabeth Stanton. Good to see ya. Great to have so many people joining us tonight.
Liz Stanton's in the house?
Yeah.
I still have her digits on my phone, I think.
Here's a question for anybody that knows Chuck. Who takes the most pictures and has the most pictures in their cell phone of any Heritage employee? Chuck Collard.
Thank you, IT, for the extra storage.
All right, let's keep rolling with round 2. By the numbers, where each answer or question has something to do with a number. Round 2, by the numbers.
All right, and I'm going to ask the questions now, starting for this round. This job is the fastest growing occupation in the United States. By the year 2032, it is estimated to grow by 22% and meet the needs of 27 million people. A, technology and AI support. B, teachers. C, farm workers. D, home health and personal care aides.
All right, make sure to lock in those answers for question 1. All right. It is D, home health and personal care aides. Included in that group would be direct support professionals. Just imagine that, 27 million people. As more people age and shift toward home-based care in the U.S., the need for caring professionals will grow exponentially.
Drew, thank you. I always appreciate your presentation on the care gap. Definitely informative and educational. Question 2. What is the starting wage for a full-time direct support professional at Heritage Christian Services? A, $20.50. B, $16. C, $18.75. D, $19.05.
Here we got at least 20 viewers in the house. Let's see if we can get up to 30. Text your friends to join us now. Might even have another wig to throw on. All right, the correct answer for question 2, it was a tricky question, is A. Most full-time residential direct support staff members start at $20.50 an hour, with the opportunity to earn up to $22.25 if they work an overnight or weekend shift at a Tier 1 program. Chuck Collard, here's a great question. I started as a direct support staff in 1994 in April. How much did I make per hour?
Too much.
$7. Okay. $7.70 an hour. So we have come a long way, and we will continue to work towards a greater and greater living wage.
Great stuff, Drew. Question number 3. Refer and earn. Reward staff members for recommending people they know, including friends, to open job positions. What is the official day celebrated as International Friendship Day? A, July 30th. B, February 14th. C, June 8th. D, October 5th.
Are your answers locked and ready to go? The correct answer is A, July 30th. But you don't have to wait until July to refer someone you know. You can earn up to $400 for each full-time direct support hire you refer.
Great stuff, Drew. Question 4. How many counties does Heritage Christian Services reach through residential, day program, respite, facilitation for CDPAP, and self-directed services? A, 18, B, 2, C, 29, D, 36.
Chuck, we could substitute counties for countries, and one of these other answers might be correct.
Truth.
Last call for answers to question number 4. Move on to the next question on your form after I tell you what the answer was. Heritage touched the lives of thousands of people across 29 counties in New York State. So that's answer C, 29 counties in New York State. Can you name some of them? Put them all in the chat.
And 29, coincidentally, is the years we've been in service here in Western New York. So 29's all around. Question 5. Each year, nearly 300 people volunteer at Heritage Christian locations and events. What age group is most likely to volunteer in the U.S.? Teens, 13 to 19. Young adults, 20 to 29. Adults, 35 to 54. Older adults, 65 plus.
for the final question of round 2. Submit your answers. Click on the next screen. The correct answer is C. Adults between the ages of 35 and 54. We're so thankful for our volunteers for their contributions, especially at our Day of Caring events, which recently took place in Rochester on May 10th and June 5th in the greater Niagara area.
Volunteering is super important, Drew. I couldn't agree more. That concludes round 2. I'm having a lot of fun. How about all of you? Leave an emoji in the chat that describes how you are feeling.
Hey, Chuck, I got another wig for you.
Oh,
buddy.
my gosh.
When we're speaking about volunteers, right? Do you remember when I busted out this wig at a Heritage Christian event?
Was it our 40-year anniversary celebration or no?
I think it might have been a colleague.
Oh, no. It was, you did it for Anna.
Yeah.
You did it at an agency update for Anna.
You got it. You got it.
Cancer. I love that, Drew.
One of our colleagues was battling some cancer, so it was a sign of solidarity. And as we talk about volunteer work and we think about cancer, I always think about Chuck Collard and everything that he's poured into that Buffalo community and Roswell and all of his work to support people who are going through that experience. Thanks, man.
Well, it's a pleasure. And I appreciate your mentorship over the years, the last 10 years. You get me. A lot of people don't get me, and you do, and I just appreciate that. So you've been a great friend, mentor, colleague, and leader. So I'm grateful for you. We're going to keep things moving and continue on to round 3. This is a visual round, so pay close attention to your screen.
On this platform, employees and happy community members can send recognition to staff members for living out our values of integrity, inclusion, compassion, excellence, and joy.
Lock in those answers. B, Heritage High Five is the correct answer. You can visit heritagehighfive.org to send a coworker a high five, maybe even with 500 points. And if you are a community member, visit heritagechristianservices.org to recognize an HCS staff member.
Everybody was able to send one of them. Was that today?
Starting the 24th.
I think it's today. So even non-supervisory staff still have an opportunity to send a high five with some points to a colleague who has demonstrated our values. So please take advantage of that. Question 2. At this fundraiser, people are invited to honor their heroes and participate in a 5K race or a 1-mile walk. This year's event will be held at Ontario Beach Park. Definitely sounds like the spaghetti dinner, Chuck, to me. What do you think? Maybe
great turnout the other day. Time is up for question 2. Move on to the next one on your form. D, the Heritage Hero Run and Stroll and Roll invites all people to join for a 5K or 1-mile walk on September 27th. Afterwards, there'll be music, food, games, bounce houses, and more. Sign up at heritagehero.org. We hope to see you there.
And when I think about 5Ks and stuff, I think about Team Hoyt. So for those of you that are out there, if you've never heard of them, Google it sometime. They won an ESPY. It's an amazing story. It's pretty cool. Team Hoyt. Question 3. What building is shown in this picture? Hint. It's an event space at Springdale Farm operated by Heritage Christian Services. Yeah, it definitely looks like a BOCES building.
The correct answer is A. This is Balcony Point at Springdale Farm, which is part of Northampton Park. It hosts weddings, corporate events, and more. Plus, HCS employees get a 15% discount when booking events.
Thank you, Chuck. It's a good question for you. What Buffalo Bills player wore a pair of custom cleats, photographed here, bearing the agency's brand as part of the NFL's My Cause, My Cleats? Those are pretty cool looking. So is it A, Josh Allen, B, James Cook, C, DeMar Hamlin, D, Cam Lewis?
Now that those answers are locked in and loaded, on to the next screen. Let's share the correct answer. It is D. Buffalo Bills player Cam Lewis chose Heritage Christian Service as his organization for the NFL's My Cause, My Cleats initiative in 2022. He wore custom cleats with the agency logo in a game against the New England Patriots. The sneakers were later put up for auction on the NFL auction website. And by the way, the Bills won that game, beating Mark Sawacki's New England Patriots.
Nice. We love it when we beat the Patriots. Chuck, you're going to have to put that up in one of them frames behind that office right there next to Mr. Eric Wood. Question 5. This character learns to accept sad feelings in a 2015 Pixar movie and also shares a name with one of our core values. A, Buttercup, B, Joy, C, Giggly, D, Humor.
The correct answer is B, joy, one of our core values related to celebration, appreciation, and laughter. And round 3, and we're more than halfway through. In the spirit of joy, I have a silly question. Is cereal soup? Let us know in the chat.
Oh, he's putting on the Cam jersey. All right, let's keep going.
We got training camp right around the corner now.
We've got 2 more rounds before we crown tonight's winners. Round 4 is caring professionals, which means either the question or answer will include the word care.
Question 1. What is the purpose of respite care? A, to provide emergency medical treatment. B, to give caregivers the gift of time to devote to other areas of their lives. C, to offer job training. D, to conduct therapy sessions.
Have you submitted your answer for question 1? The answer is B. Heritage Christian Services has 2 freestanding respite programs for longer stays and several after-school and weekend programs for children, teenagers, and young adults. In addition, we are doing a study in Buffalo right now to see the need in the area and possibly to add some more programming.
A special shout out to the Tower Foundation for that, giving us a grant to be able to complete that study. I know Rebecca Mack's in there with the Heritage Elite crew back in the lake room right now, and I know she's doing that study, so we're excited about that. Question 2, Heritage Christian Services celebrates our 41st anniversary today. It was great seeing everybody out there at the Peters Family Life Center. This popular toy brand also has roots in the 80s and is known for spreading love and kindness to defeat negativity. A, Care Bears. B, My Little Pony. C, G.I. Joe. D, Hot Wheels.
I did think they said either the question or the answer will have the word care in it, correct? Okay, lock in your answers for question 2. Our anniversary in 1984 came just 3 years after the release of the correct answer. A, Care Bears, 1981.
Question 3. What is the name of Heritage Christian's Child Care Division with 3 locations in Henrietta, Webster, and Greece? A, New Beginnings Child Care. B, Endless Possibilities Child Care. C, Heritage Christian's Child Care. D, Expressive Beginnings Child Care.
If you guessed D, Expressive Beginnings Childcare, you would be correct. Must say, I also like the Endless Possibilities name. That's a cool one.
Agreed. Question 4. Our employee winning proposition begins with, we are committed to the well-being of all, lifting our caring professionals as the foundation of compassionate support. One way to support well-being is by practicing self-care. Which of this is a recommended self-care practice for better sleep? Drinking coffee. A, drinking coffee before bed. B, using screens late at night. C, keeping a consistent bedtime routine. D, sleeping in a brightly lit room.
All right, I didn't see an E, all the above, so submit your answer and hit next to move on to the next question. But first, the correct answer is C, keeping a consistent bedtime routine. If you need help practicing self-care or finding resources, you can reach out to a success coach, visit Bree Health, our well-being platform, or find more information on the Heritage Christian Services Hub. Please put yourself first.
Drew, what's your bedtime?
My bedtime's usually 11.
Okay, I'm 10.
You're kind of a lightweight.
I am. That I am. And a shout out to Marcus and Matt, our success coaches, along with Marianne Durant. They do some really, really good work behind the scenes and completely confidential. So encourage people to reach out when they need them. Question 5. DART is one tool we can use to offer high quality care. D stands for detect, R stands for remediate, and T stands for test. What does the A stand for? A, attack. B, admit. C, address. D, argue.
All right, answer C is the correct answer. When we address, we fix the issue in the moment and consider what may have caused it. And then later on, we test to make sure that we're not repeating that mistake. So Chuck, when do you actually get up though in the morning?
4 o'clock.
Yeah. Woof. You got me way beat.
The crowd. It's a restless crowd out there.
I might be able to stay up to 4, but getting up, man, I give you credit. We are approaching the end of this evening's event with just one more round to go. Very soon, 3 top winners will be crowned. Let's roll into round 5, our advocacy round. Question 1. What government program funds health care and long-term services and supports for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities? A, Social Security, B, Medicaid, C, Medicare, and D, SNAP.
Submit those answers and move on to the next question on your form. The correct answer for question 1 is B, Medicaid. And you can reach out to your New York State legislators to support funding for Medicaid to better support our community. Visit heritagechristianservices.org/fair to learn more.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Chuck.
You're
Question
welcome.
2. This famous advocate co-founded the National Alliance for Direct Support Professionals, and it's not Joe Macbeth, and said, quality is defined at the point of interaction between a staff member and the individual with a disability. A, John F. Kennedy Jr., not to be mistaken for Robert Kennedy. B, Gandhi. C, Theodore Roosevelt. And D, Greta Thunberg.
Now that your answers are in, this quote was said by A, John F. Kennedy Jr. in 1996 before co-founding NADSP. NADSP is a great resource for direct support professionals. Recently, over 100 Heritage Christian Services staff members participated in the E-Badge Academy, which gave DSPs and frontline supervisors the chance to earn credentialing, and certification.
Thank you, Chuck. I got to stop for a second. I was cruising through the comments, and I see from Tara Louise that she has a trivia question. What was the name of the band Drew was in when he was younger? Even I don't know. So you have to throw that back into the comments. I'm waiting for the answer there.
Black Sabbath?
I don't think so. I might have had long hair, but not quite like Black Sabbath. All right, question 3. What 2020 Oscar-nominated documentary features Judy Heumann and the disability rights movement of the 1970s? A, The Invisible War, B, Crip Camp, C, The Disability Diaries, and D, Voices Unheard.
B is the correct answer, and you can watch it free on YouTube or stream it on Netflix. And speaking of bands, Drew, I look forward to hearing more about that band. Josh Strauss, who's Alan Strauss's son, is joining us tomorrow in orientation. He's the newest Strauss member of the Heritage Christian Services family. He has a band called The Committed, and they actually play on Music on Main. I listened to him a couple weeks ago. They are outstanding. So we're grateful to have him on the team.
Very cool. You want to hear a quick funny story?
Yeah.
So the first time I had an office at Heritage Christian, Bob Peters, one of our founders, and at the time was CEO, I decided to play a joke on him. So I decorated the office with posters of rock stars. And it didn't go over so well. I thought the man was going to have a heart attack when he came in there and said, "This is not who we are." But it was a little bit of humor at the time. So, all right. We are on to question 4, right? When was the Americans with Disabilities Act signed into law? A, 1985, B, 1990, C, 1995, or D, 2000?
Ready to hear the answer for question 4? Did you lock in your answers? The Americans with Disabilities Act was signed into law in 1990. B, and prohibits discrimination against people with disabilities in all areas of public life, including jobs, schools, transportation, and public and private places.
Chuck, I see some more. I see Scribner in the house, part of the Homes with Heart campaign. Awesome. See Pat Sturmer in the house. Thanks for joining us, Pat. Going to move on to question 5. What organization provides easy-to-use advocacy resources for direct support professionals and the community? B, Compass, or A, Compass, B, OMH, C, DOH, and D, Anchor.
Lock in your final answer for the night and make sure you hit that submit button. If you don't, we can't calculate your score. The correct answer is D, Anchor. Anchor provides one-click pre-filled letters you can send to your legislators. If you're interested in getting involved in advocacy for direct support professionals and people with disabilities, learn more at anchor.org.
Hey, all, that concludes our final round. Again, please hit the submit button on your form or we can't calculate your answers. Before we announce the winners, I just want to share my gratitude for all of you for joining us tonight. Thank you for participating and playing along. It's been a pleasure to host such a fun evening. Chuck and I got a little bit of help behind the scenes, so thank you to Agatha, Jessica, and Edward for helping us out behind the scenes, and thank you again, everybody, for joining us.
I echo that, Drew. Great time tonight. Appreciate everybody's participation. Looking forward to seeing everybody at the Goodrich celebration tomorrow between 10:30 and 12. It's going to be a good time. We got DJ Tony with the music. We're going to have a lot of games and prizes and fun like that. So good stuff.
So right now, our help is telling us to waste a bit of time. So.
Oh, that's easy.
Go ahead, Chuck Collar. Tell me about one of your most favorite high fives in the last day or two.
God, there's been some, I got to give a shout out to the maintenance team. I don't think they're on trivia night tonight right now because they get up early, but just to see Carlos participated at the communication exchange. So a shout out to all programs for have representation, each time that we do it. The maintenance guys, they've been up at Town Line Road. They've actually been helping us out getting ready for the compass validation. We had all the mulch spread, a couple months ago and stuff like that. They do so many things behind the scenes that I don't think a lot of people are able to see except for the people that lead those programs and work in those programs. So that's something that's on my heart right now. It's just a big shout out to Tim DeFeo's team for all the work that they do to support Homes with Heart and every program across our agency.
Yeah, that's a great one, Chuck. I was doing a DART visit. I was always impressed by how well our homes are kept, the pride that everybody keeps in the upkeep of the home, how it looks, the individualization of the home. So congrats to Tim, his team, and to everybody for taking pride in our work environments. Third place is the winner of a treat tray. Third place goes to Heritage Elite.
Oh, we got good participation there. So many people, too many to almost read. Thank you to the Finger Lakes awesome fiscal intermediaries. Oh,
Chuck,
we have
you want to shout out second place, or you want me to get it?
We got a tie. Is that a tie?
That's a tie.
We got a tie. Oh my God. You go with the first one, Drew.
All right. The first one for second place is Team Courageous.
All right. And we've got Crittenton in the house, also part of Homes with Heart. Had the pleasure of participating in that ribbon cutting. You are tied for second. Congratulations.
Nice. And the first place winner of the summer. Could be wrong, but I think this could be 2 years running. First place goes to the Finger Lakes Fiscal Intermediary Team. Woo!
I mistakenly said they were in third. My bad on that. But yes, congratulations.
I thought you were just messing with them. Thank you.
Maybe I was.
Thank you, everybody. It's been a great way to celebrate Mission Month. It was a great night. Thanks again for joining us, and we'll see you around.